Board and pass it off to Haley.
Hey, you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. If y'all were on Mindset, like I'm all like red and whatnot because they killed that. Like I needed to hear every single word. So tonight, what I'm gonna start doing is every other week we'll have a guest host or a guest speaker or whatever you want to call it. But this week we had Toby last week. So this week I was listening to some podcasts recently and something really, really spoke to me. Because if we, a lot of us, I don't know, I don't want to word this wrong. So a lot of us either come from, we had a job and we quit and we're working this, not telling you to quit your job, just saying most of us had a job or do, whatever. or do. But the main thing is that more than likely you've worked a job or currently are still working a job, right? So coming from someone that, like, I heard this morning, and you guys, it came from Jessie Lee, and like I listen to her so religiously, it's insane because she fires me up all the time. But she made a huge point that the network marketing space is sorry, people in waiting room, is one of the most non-judgmental spaces ever. Not saying outsiders looking in, saying our team. And so she had been asked to do like a training, and she made a huge point. Like when that person asked her to do training, they never asked, have you been to prison? Do you have tattoos? Do you have piercings? What gender are you? What race are you? Like they didn't ask. They saw she was successful and they wanted her to speak on a training. They'd never asked her credentials, if that makes sense. So it got me to really thinking that, and she continued to go on into more, but it really got me to thinking how much opportunity we really have here. I mean, we get told all the time that we have so much, just so much opportunity, but think about it. You literally sign on, and a network marketer making 6 figures a year isn't even like huge anymore. A few years ago it was, but like now, she said when she walked across to get like her millionaire thing, it was 75 other people with her. Think about that. What other space could give you this kind of opportunity and you don't have a college degree? Or even if you do have a college degree, I mean, look at Courtney. You know what I'm saying? She sees opportunity here that she would have never seen in the space that she was before. So thinking about not where you are now, thinking about the opportunity of where you can be is huge. It is giving, and I love doing this after Mindset because it's giving life to what thoughts you're going to allow, right? So you could easily say, oh, well, I'm only making X amount this month. I'm not making 6 figures a year. Well, nobody started out. It doesn't go overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. But the opportunity that is in network marketing is one of the biggest opportunities ever, especially now that everything is almost everything is social media. So thinking about where you would be if you went to go hire on at a job, I can tell you what that's going to look like. It's going to look like, do you have what schooling do you have? Where did you go to school? What degrees do you have? What ethnicity are you? What gender are you? How many people are looking at this Zoom right now, seeing people of every color, every background, every nationality, every financial position right now? None of us are not even close to being the same. But yet I've even been in situations of like going into a job interview and feeling kind of like put on the spot. And I'll tell you another thing is being artistic, is going into a job interview going, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I'm going to get hired. I'm extremely smart, but I have visible tattoos. Who else can relate to that? But yet we have this huge opportunity here with a team that does nothing but love on us and pour into us. And it's like they could care the least. They could care the least. Because in this opportunity, there is no judgment. There is no, oh, well, you have, like, the other night we were listening to Q and her husband. He has a felony. He has a felony, and this man just made over 200 grand alone. Just think about that on top of his already pay. Like, that's the bonus. And this man has a felony. Where else could he have had that opportunity? It is mind-blowing to think that 4 or 5 years ago, someone making 6 figures a year, it was like, oh my gosh, like, they talk about it all the time, right? And I'm not saying it's something to brush off, because that is huge. You're making 6 figures a year. I'm saying it has gotten to a point that this opportunity is so amazing that so many people are being successful at it. And especially here, where we have Zooms, like even this Zoom that we just got off of. What other team can you say does Zooms to help you with life? Not just the business, not just, hey, make sales, but life. So a lot of times we struggle with, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. What if it takes me 3 or 4 years to get there? What if it does? In 3 or 4 years, you're still going to be 3 or 4 years. You're still going to be living 3 or 4 years, but you're going to be still struggling in 3 or 4 years. What if it takes you 4 years? What if it takes you 5 years? But if you quit now, you'll never know what you could have had in 4 years. That's why building is so important. And it's not just, and I love all these Zooms hearing from different promoters, is not just sales, but building a business, building relationships, building promoters, building customers. All of that could lead to you being 6 figures or more a year, 3, 4 years from now. Courtney says it all the time. How many people quit this opportunity to make 40 grand a year? And in 4 years, what are they making? 42 grand a year? And it's true, because even like my opportunity that I have right now versus, like, let's just talk about like my husband's job. No matter how hard he works, no matter how he could work so hard, and it's going to be the same pay every single hour. No matter how hard he works. There, it's set. We know what every paycheck's going to be. And that can have a sense of security. Oh, I know what this paycheck's going to be, but it also has a sense of it's holding you back because you can't go any further than that. Every single week, that's what you're set at. And I keep referring to Courtney, but she does. She speaks fire. A week ago or so, she had a post about just what you, I don't know how exactly it was worded, but it made me think, like, no one else is telling me what I'm worth paying. No one else is telling me you're only worth $10 an hour before taxes. No one else is telling me that. So when you stay here and you build, no matter how long it takes, what happens when you're walking across that stage as a 200K? What happens when you walk across that stage as a Lavelle millionaire? But if you had quit, you'll never know, ever. No matter how long it takes, you will never know, because that moment that your foot steps on that stage, it is going to be, I can tell you, when I'm gonna tell you, I'm speaking into existence, when my foot hits that stage, y'all gonna have a code yellow, y'all gonna have to bring me the Kleenex, all the tissues, because all that work hard, sweat, tears, feeling like I should give up, but don't, because don't even lie that you don't feel like sometimes you just want to give up. But you don't, you keep going. And when your foot hits that stage, it is going to be so worth it. And you are going to thank yourself for going, this opportunity was a once in a lifetime. This opportunity, especially with this team, was something that I wouldn't find anywhere else. That I won't find working a 9-to-5, making $10 an hour. It's you staying home with your kids, not having to come out of pocket more money than you make just for someone else to raise your children. Because let's face it, if you're working a part-time job and I can speak from just experience and knowing what is hiring around me, $250 a week before taxes for a part-time job. I have 2 toddlers and they want you to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. Ma'am, I don't know. I know not. You know what I mean? Like, y'all have lost your mind. And I don't ever want to be ungrateful, but I knew, I heard that. And then I immediately called my husband and was like, the opportunity I have here, like not even if I kept going with this and had an extra income, I'm still going to be losing money. Think about that. That's the world we live in right now, where moms are losing money by going to work. But we get judged in the profession that we're in. And I say profession because this isn't just a job. You can't just clock in and clock out. Like, you have to develop here. You have to develop, whether that is the way you speak to people, your internal, everything has to develop, and it all has to be a unit. Because the way you look, I see, here we go again. The way you do one thing is how you do everything. I'm telling you, straight fire. But like, all these things stick with me because I'm developing. We all are. If you're on mindset, if you're on this one, if you're on nutrition, if you're whatever it is, you are developing. And that is more than any other job, because I can tell you, I have gotten off of more Zooms doing this job, feeling like my cup is full, than sitting in a meeting bored out of my mind about talking about things that don't even matter. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do when you clock in? You stock boxes for 6 hours? Do you get filled from that? Do you think that giving this up right here, where people love on you, care about you, know you, is worth you going and stacking boxes for 6 hours? This opportunity is incredible. And knowing what can happen, what I'm not even gonna say can, I'm gonna say will, what will happen, no matter how long it takes, it will happen, gives me chills. Makes me like, I'm trying not to have a code yellow right now. I'm trying not to tear up, because it's so true, knowing how look, listen, knowing how absolutely blessed we are here. Even if you had a hard day, like let's say Monday was hard for you, and you got on mindset and you heard about how absolutely blessed you are, it makes you think like, wow, I really do have clothes to fold. I really do have AC. You know, those things, like, I swear, I promise you, in a million years, no other clock-in job has meetings talking about that. Promise. They don't care what your mindset is. Most of them don't even care enough to give you sick days with pay, that you can't help you're sick. So this opportunity, I just felt like when she said those words, they just spoke to me. And I hope and I hope and I hope that no matter how hard the days get, no matter how many no's you get, no matter what is bringing you to a point of feeling like this just isn't for me, I'm telling you it is. It's just right now you're not in the right mindset. Right now you need a breather. Right now maybe you need an hour or 30 minutes to go outside and just breathe. Because in 2 years from now, when the same people that you started with, or you love talking to, when they are still doing this 2 years from now, you're going to wish you hadn't quit. You're going to wish you hadn't given up on yourself, your dreams, because no 9-to-5 that's paying you $10 an hour is ever going to help you get to your dreams. It's not. When you have a set income that is being taxed like crazy and you can't even get ahead because you have no opportunity there. Now, I'm not saying quit your job. Not at all. Do not take it that way. Look, Chris, I love her face. She's like, but I mean, you can. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm just saying we all know how that goes. So many moms are struggling right now. And Autumn can and did. So we all know that, but just wrap your head around that. Like, exactly, designed to pay bills, but what happens when you are to a point where you're like, you know what, I'm tired of living and just paying bills. I'm tired. Like, I saw this quote the other day that said, you're not born to just live and pay bills. And it's true. I promise you, I'm not here to be stocking boxes. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not here to stack boxes. I'm here to change lives. I'm here to impact people. I'm here to help change the way people live their lives. And I say that and I stand strong in that because that is what I am so passionate about. That is what brings me joy. So I'm going to stand strong in that. I'm going to say that confidently because when you believe that you are capable of actually doing that, you are a lot more confident in actually taking the actions to do it. Because if you're not confident in something, you're not going to take action at all. And I'm not saying I'm going to go and I'm going to change like 5 million people's lives. I'm saying every single day I'm changing one. One is enough for me. Not necessarily just Thrive related. Whether it is I see someone struggling and I just listen to them or I help them figure things out. And I'm not going to hold you guys on here forever, I swear. But just creating impact. And that's another thing is like when you are posting and stuff like that, people are like, I don't know what to post or I don't know what to talk about or whatever. And we all struggle there. But creating something that people want to follow, creating impact on other people is how you completely build. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's how you build the lives for these. That's exactly how. Because I don't want this one growing up seeing me miserable, struggling to make birthdays happen, struggling to make Christmas happen. I don't I don't want to live there. And if I don't want to live there, I'm the only one that can get up every single morning and go, you know what? I'm capable. I'm capable. I can do this. We can do this because we move as a unit. If we didn't move as a unit, we wouldn't all be here right now. We would be doing something else, Netflix. But we move as a unit. And so this goes back to even when I was talking about the why. Make sure it's strong. Make sure that the dreams you have, I'm not saying don't make them, don't make them doable, but don't think dreams are too big. Don't think that, okay, well, I'm thinking I want to be here and I don't want to have to worry about checking my bank account when my bills need to be paid. Everything's on auto pay and I'm not stressed about it. You may have never had that before. And this is why we, small things. You may have never had that before. Maybe you don't have all the money for all the extras, but all your bills are on auto pay. That's huge for a lot of us. Josh, get him, please. That is huge for a lot of us. A lot. So every little step is more and more dreams coming true. It doesn't mean millionaire tomorrow. It doesn't mean 200K tomorrow. But all the bills are paid and you still can go and treat yourself to getting your nails done when 2 months ago bills were overlapping. I cannot tell you guys thank you enough for everyone that's on here that pours into this team. We're all making dreams come true together. And that's the best part about this team. And see, you guys, that's the best part about this team is the fact that we're making dreams come true together. And so when all of us are going across that millionaire stage and we give each other the biggest hug, we didn't quit. And anyone that reaches out to you and doesn't allow you to quit, doesn't allow you to throw in the towel, doesn't allow you to stay stagnant, Those are the same people you're going to be able to walk across that stage and go, I did it. I did it. We did it. And that is going to be the best day. That is going to be the best day. You guys, I'm sweating like thinking about it. That is going to be the best day because life gets in the way, and yet we still did it. Because this here, this dream, this team, whatever goals you have are huge, but they're doable. And this is the place you need to be to make them happen. And that's not just financial. Let me be the first to say, mentally, mindset, emotionally. Okay, let me back. I'm always gonna be an emotional mess. So even 4 years from now, I'm still gonna cry. But just mentally and emotionally and everything, that he's gonna grow in 4 years. And in 4 years, mama's still gonna be going. And we're not gonna be tired because we're all thriving. So we're not gonna be tired. This is just the biggest blessing. And so many words lately have just been spoken and they never go unnoticed. Whether it's from a leader, whether it's you are new and you get in the chat and you just say, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone has a great day. They don't go unnoticed. You may have touched someone's life just by saying, I hope you have a great day. Because they may have woken up and got the worst news of their life. So just stay positive. Let me backtrack. Not always positive. Stay you, genuinely you. Because some days, let's just face it, we're not as positive, but we're not going to feed the weeds. We're just going to be like, okay, stay over there. I'm going to stay over here. You stay in your lane. I'm going to stay in mine. And I'm talking about the negative thoughts. Like you stay in your lane. I'm good over here. But it comes a time where you have to choose the hard. And it is hard to clock in here every day. It is hard because you have to time block your days. It is hard because you have to be on a Zoom when something else is happening or something is going on with, friends, and you have a course that the team is doing, whatever the case may be. But 2-3 months from now, when all your bills are on auto pay and you're at the aquarium with your kids, that's not going to be hard. That's going to be, I'm glad I made priorities. Because I can honestly say, when I'm at the aquarium looking at all the fishies and stuff, I'm going to be happy that my car payment is paid and I'm still at the aquarium. Because a few months ago, that wouldn't have happened. So just choose your battles, stay genuinely you. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on this team. Don't give up on the dreams that you may have, even if they're not happening as fast as you wish they would. Because let's face it, we aren't on our time. I don't know what faith everyone believes, but everything happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. None of us met each other just by chance. None of us did. So sometimes if you struggle with trying to see the bright side of things, just think about what happened that day. Nothing happened by chance. Nothing. No words you heard, whether it be positive or negative, whatever, nothing happened by chance. It's there to either teach you something. It is. It's there to teach you something. So learn from it. Let's move together. And I will see I'm not going to say almost because, Courtney's already walked across the stage. I'm going to see all y'all on the 200K stage whenever it happens. And we're going to be happy for each other, no matter how quick or how slow it happens. We're going to congratulate each other, okay? So I love you guys. Thank you for hopping on, and I will see you guys next Monday. Bye.